Hello, and welcome to Life with Francy podcast, a place where you will find all kinds of conversations like mental health, self-care, self-love, trauma, hobbies, and more. With this podcast, I want to create a community where we support one another to get to the next level in personal and business life. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Now, let's get this show started. I always have to read, even though I say it all the time, I still have to read the intro because I don't want to mess it up. And this one is going to be recorded because I plan to post it on YouTube as well. We'll see because I don't usually record my solo episodes. I just do the interviews and hopefully this works. As you can see, I'm still in the background from Puerto Rico. So today is my last night over here. Maybe you can hear some noises and things like that, like frogs. It's called the coqui. There's crickets. The roosters or chickens might start doing it soon because I think it's like at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. The chickens and the roosters go crazy. I have been able to quiet them and get some sleep. And let's talk about it. So this vacation wasn't a real vacation. So about a few months ago, my mom got a diagnosis for some tumors or mass. I don't know what it is called in English, but it's not cancer. It's not benign, or I think that's how it's said. I'm gonna have a hard time because most of the stuff that I know about has been because of my mom. It's been in Spanish, so to be able to translate and whatever is is hard. I say in the United States, Spanish doesn't work, and then in Puerto Rico, English doesn't work. But it's so awesome to be bilingual. And then what's not awesome is like being on the phone in English and then having somebody talk to you in Spanish. That has been crazy. I don't even know how my brain can answer both. So, anyways, a couple months, my mom like got that diagnosis, that they had to do more stuff. And well, I'm an only child. So I was like, okay, mom, just give me the day for the surgery and I will be there. I'm so glad that I did because that day I would have lost my shit if I would have been in the United States and not here with her. So I am grateful and blessed that I had the chance to be there for my mom on that day. And I'm probably gonna cry on this episode. I have been very emotional. I'm like kind of whispering because my parents are asleep, but I wanted to like get all the energy, all the vibe, being in my own room. If you are on YouTube, you can see in the background, that's me. I was on sixth grade on that one, and my mom has other pictures everywhere of me, of course, as an only child. Um, I gotta say, this vacation has been very room recording a podcast of the dreams that I had as a little kid. I remember like writing in my journals and like writing novelas, which is Spanish soap operas. Sorry if the audio doesn't sound good as I keep hitting the microphone, cleaning my tears out of my face. So, once again, it has been very humbling because of the school that I get out of. I was in that school for 10 years, and then I went to another school, but on that one I only spent 1 year because by junior year I had picked up a plane and left to the United States. And after 20 years, not that I regret that decision, but I wish that I was a little older when I left. I see it now. I was really young. and I didn't know what I was doing. And the family that I left wasn't so bad after all. I found worse, which is my biological side of the family. And this is so hard, like watching me as I talk. I think that's why I don't record my solo episodes. It's like talking to myself and then I'm seeing myself. So it's like somebody, anyways. It has been very humbling. And I tell my family, like, I'm famous and you guys don't even know it. I'm just like a jibarita from Mocha. um, hillbilly or like redneck. It's like the closest I can like realize, but that's like for white people in Puerto Rico, jibarita. So it's very humbling to be from the mountains here in Mocha, and we don't have a beach. That's why my friends like they laugh because I'm from an island. I don't know how to swim. I don't like the beach for real. Uh, they remind me of tsunamis, even though I have never been part of a tsunami. I just want nothing to do with the beach. And but the mountains, I love the mountains, but I have like the most amazing mountains and that I can see from my mom's porch. So let's see what else. So it's like I said, it's a humbling experience. I am 35, trying to do my own thing with the podcast. The website it hasn't been uploaded yet because there's a lot to go behind the scenes. I want to have my own store. I do the YouTube channel, so I can see the resilience. I am relentless, no doubt. And and what can I say? Like this has been very, very humbling. I think I have said that like a million times. Sorry if I keep repeating myself. I am very emotional. As this is my last night in Puerto Rico, and I really, really don't want to go. It's the first time 20 years that I don't want to leave my family with my cousins. And I've had some therapy session. A lot of them don't know about inner child work, and they have been so shocked. Yeah, they not know. So- just had to pause the recording. My mom asked me if I wanted hot chocolate. I'm an only child and very, very spoiled. So, anyways, having the website, having the podcast, um, YouTube channel, like seeing that I go after my dreams. And when I have something in my mind, I go after it. And it's like my mom. I say that Mita too, because that's what my dad calls my mom Mita. And so it has been great. It has been amazing too. Uh, to see that I have so much in common with my mom. I'm starting to look like her as well. And to see the personalities, the voice, everybody's like, oh my gosh, I thought like it was your mom. And it beat me on the phone. What else? My cousins, my little cousins, still remembering me, and even the ones that don't remember me, still treating me with a lot of love. And I truly, I truly needed that. I needed love, and I wasn't receptive. I actually feel like I hated love. I guess when you have it, you don't appreciate it. And my mom is the baby of 11 kids, and I'm an only child, but I had 24 cousins, and there's at least my group is 5 or 6 cousins that is my group that we grew up like brothers and sisters. and one of them I had not seen in 5, 6 years. And when she came to visit, it was like, wow, she loves me like I love her. Because, with time in life, we get disconnected. So it's hard to know if you have the same feelings. But yeah, she does. And that was very exciting. And then one of them that is like my grandma. That's how I explain my family. And I was able to see him, and I wanted to cry, but I was like being so strict, so proper. I didn't want to scare his kids because his kids doesn't know me, but they were so sweet, and I was like, oh my god, you're so cute, and I was trying to like hold back emotions because I didn't want to scare them. Who is this crazy lady that is just crying and screaming and whatever? I'm trying to get the computer. I'm here just sitting on my bed. I don't have the setup over here, so and I'm using amazing friend that let me borrow her computer so I can work my podcast through here while I was home, which it was a hot mess. I barely 2 interviews didn't work, and then I had to reschedule a couple of them, so I wasn't able to work the podcast like I wanted to. But it was more time with mom. Like I came for this vacation. I bought the tickets 2 3 weeks ago, and well, by the time I'm recording the episode, and I usually plan my vacations 2 or 3 months in advance. I'm a planner. If you know me, you know that I'm a planner. That's why I can do the podcast because everything has a schedule and everything goes right. And but over here in Puerto Rico, plans, internet, the power didn't go out, so that's a plus. The whole week. But yeah, seeing my cousins, I was able to see most of them. I still miss a couple, and it breaks my heart that I'm leaving and I won't get to see them on this vacation. That sucks. um, what else? I got to see all of my aunts and uncle, and I was able to spend some time with the people that I wanted to, and no matter what work says, it looks it looks so much different because I say like the gringa and the boricua are two different people. So the gringa in Kansas, a mess, uh, never wears makeup and things like that. And the boricua, she gets up, she gets her shower, she's all pretty from night to end to from the day till nighttime. And that's because like that's the culture. We're supposed to be with our hair pretty, makeup, and ready to go. I'm glad uh, people see me doing the videos, and they're like, "Oh no, that she has been all over the island and this, and that." I have not left my mom's neighborhood. Like I wasn't even able to see my dad's neighborhood. Um, my dad's brothers and sisters. My dad who took me in when I was one. I love his family. I say that's my perfect family. And my mom's side is a huge neighborhood. And the way that it went, it was like 4 or 5 great grandfathers that bought the land. And that's very humbling when you think about it. Because I know so many people right now that don't even have a home, or they're trying to look for a house to rent, and the houses are expensive because they used to find a house for $100 to $200 for rent. Now the cheapest you can find is like $400 or $500, and that's not a lot in the United States, but it's a lot in Puerto Rico. And to think that because of my great great grandfather, I think it is, or either the great grandfather or great great grandfather. we have this huge neighborhood. And then it was grandpa and two other brothers that raised their family in this neighborhood. Then the neighbor, this grandpa, bought some land too. So his kids, it was like my aunts and uncles, and their kids were like my cousins. And then on the other side, same situation. Great grandparents bought the land, and that's why 5 generations later, we have a huge neighborhood. Of right now, I have two uncles living here, and then so then I don't know how this is gonna work since I keep pausing it and playing it. I hope this works. If not, it's all for nothing. So then the other side of neighborhood is another family too. That once again the kids grew up like cousins, and I have another aunt or whatever. And then aunts, I have all but one live here. So my mom and four other aunts live here. And from there, of my cousins, I have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. I believe 8 cousins live here right now. So it's a huge neighborhood, a lot of houses. And so my coworkers and stuff, they think that I've been out and about and I'm just having a blast. I haven't left my mom's house. The only reason that I'm able to go and see somebody else in another house is because my mom will have company. Because my dad and I have been taking turns to make sure that my mom has everything that she needs. When it comes to my mom, I don't give a fuck. Okay, plain and simple. I don't give a fuck. And I'm gonna be there for her. And this is the first vacation. I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back to Kansas. I don't want to leave my parents. I don't want to leave my family. I don't want to leave my friends, even though I have only seen one. My bestie, my girl, my soulmate, my everything. I know I got my work wife in Kansas, and she's like the MVP of my friends. And I got like 7 to 10 close family in Kansas, and they're the real deal. My bestie here in Puerto Rico, we have been together since like third or fourth grade, and she's just the best of the best. So, I wish I could go see more of them. I have, oh my gosh, so many friends over here in Puerto Rico. I was in one school for 10 years. 10 freaking years from kindergarten to ninth grade. And it was amazing. By the time I graduated, I thought like I owned the school because like I will have a cousin in each grade. So that was pretty cool. Oh yeah, my adoptive. So I got my mom, my second mom, who is a year older than my mom, and they're sisters, and they pretty much raised me together. And then I have my adopted mom, that is my mom's cousin's wife, and she's the real deal too. I have so many memories with them. It's like 20 years later, after leaving, I realized what I left. I had like a little understanding when I came at 29, so 6 years ago. It was like, oh shit, these people are pretty cool. I shouldn't have left them. But now at 35, it's like, what the heck was you thinking? You should have given them a little bit more time. But uh, we'll see. We'll see what the future holds. I think I will be resigning the post office sooner than I thought because it's time to come back home. It's time to come back home. I never thought I would say that. I was so angry. I was really angry. Let me tell you, I hate my face crying. I hate to see myself crying. But I wanted to record this one. First of all, I couldn't. I'm having a hard time like trying to log into all the apps and everything, and I want to get used to having my podcast recorded as solo episodes so I can have more content for YouTube. I want to start making videos explaining how I deal with my anxiety, maybe have notes and things like that, or share the screen so I can show you guys stuff and that I have dealt with and what I want to be teaching on, but it's not nice. I don't have a pretty face crying. Nobody does. But yeah, what can I say? This vacation has been amazing. I haven't done shit. I have taken cold showers every day. And if you know me, you know that's a no-no. I will come out of my skin being red. The hot water is so hot, and I haven't been a brat about TV. I haven't even watched TV. I think I watched two movies with my mom this whole week because she was watching movies, and we both like romance movies. So if Hallmark had a Hallmark Spanish channel, we were both would be all in it and living or things um like we don't know the plot and we don't know that she's gonna end with the which oh by the way, oh my god, do I got gossip for you? So my life is a Hallmark movie. Now that I think about it, now that I mention Hallmark. So you know in Hallmark the girl is from a small town and she goes to the big city and lives her happy life making money and all that stuff, and then she takes a vacation back home and there's the high school sweetheart just waiting for her. Oh my goodness. So I think I have mentioned it before on the podcast that I was married at 14. So long story short, my mom took me and my boyfriend to see if we had had sex. So she asked us, and my mom said, my boyfriend said no. I say yes because I knew if she already asked the question, it's because she knows. She said, okay, no big deal. Let's just go. So we left. We left it alone. That was on Monday. On a Wednesday, I caught my mom at my aunt's house talking to my mother-in-law, which I don't think I had met yet because I just started dating the guy. And she tells her that she's bringing a judge on Friday so I can get married. And I was like, you're crazy. I'm getting married. So I got married, and thanks to him, I was able to have my dress and wear it for my wedding instead of my quinceañera. That one hurt, and it hurts my mom more than me, but it's okay. It had to happen. If you know me, um, it will make sense that I was divorced by 17. I say that I was changing my own diapers as a kid because I came out independent and ready for the world. So, anyways, I lived with him for 10 months. And on my first vacation when I was 17, we signed the papers to get divorced. Um, I know that on every vacation, I either look for him or he looks for me to say hello and things like that. Well, this vacation, when he drove by at 11 midnight, and I was at my cousin's house, and I'm leaving because it's 11 o'clock at night, and I still crack up laughing because that is so funny. So I am coming down the steps, and there's a car coming, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, they're gonna kidnap us. This is not good." So I'm like hiding in the steps, being all silly and things, and then the light, it has a sensor, so he drives by, and the sensor goes off, and it was all dramatic, like the movies and things. And he lowers the car window, which is pitch black. You can't see shit. And it's like so dramatic. So he goes down. The second I saw him, I was like, no fucking way. Is it you? What? So I come down the steps and I was like, I don't even think I told bye to my cousin, which is my twin, because she's 6 months younger than me. So we're not even born in the same year, but I call her my twin. And so I was like, oh my God. So she went in, and I started talking to him, and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And, we're having a good time just talking. And next thing you know, I hear my dad. uh, Lin. He's the only one that calls me Lin. And I was like, oh my gosh, so and so. Uh, my dad is gonna like hit me. Like I felt this 35-year-old woman feel like a 15-year-old woman. Okay, I was cracking up laughing. I was like, oh my god, he's gonna hit me. I'm in trouble after 20 years. I'm in trouble because of you again. So we go back, and he was like, okay, I'm just leaving. I said, hell no, just go over there and park in front of the house and we'll talk for a minute. So my dad wasn't happy. He didn't like him then, and now he really doesn't like him because he's married. Oops. and and I'm a single woman. And yeah, I'm single again, and this time it's forever and ever. Well, at least from the last guy. Anyways, so I was like, oh my gosh, it's not happening. So we're talking and everything. Ah, the most amazing time ever. I needed that. I needed that conversation. I haven't been able to talk about it on social media because once again he's married, and if his wife find out what the hell happened, that he still drives by when, but we had not seen each other since they started dating, so we had not seen each other for a decade. And he's still friends with my family, and my family still friends with him. And wherever they see each other with or without the wife, he's always introducing them like they're his family too. So we talked, and it was so special. It was so nice to see the difference between a man that loves you and a man that doesn't. It sucks that the other one didn't love me like I love him, and that one still hurts. But I'm not angry or sad. It's just, it just sucks. I gave him 13 years of my life, but it was my choice. And that's what I want to teach women too: validation, self validation, self love, self care, just like I say in the intro of my podcast. Because, girls, let me tell you, I want a man that chases me. I want a man that sees me. I mean, my ex husband talked about me like we just got divorced 2 weeks ago or something like that. And like he explained to me, he was like, "You're an entrepreneur. You're a badass woman. You work so hard. And even I can't imagine now how you are as a woman when you were 14 years old and you were still cooking me a meal. You was making sure that my clothes were clean." And I was like, "What? I did that? I don't even do that for myself now." Oh, you have to see the video on YouTube because this is funny. My faces are hilarious. Um, but yeah, it was insane. I was like, "Thank you, thank you, thank you." I will forever be grateful for that conversation and all the sweet things that he said. And he was like, "You better not let another man um fuck up your self-esteem." And I was like, "I know, I get it. Thank you." That's all I could say. It was just thank you. So that was interesting, and wait for the novella that is coming or my Hallmark movie. I'm gonna send a Hallmark my my life story so they can make it into a movie because it was insane. My cousins were making fun of me because I was like, it was um eye opening because when I left, I thought that I had gotten married because I just wanted to leave my house. My mom and I were best friends when I was a kid, but when I became a teenager, she took everything personal. So we had a rough patch from like 13 to 22. So it was a decade that it was rough. It was dang it was rough between us. So I thought that I got married because I just wanted to leave my mom. And it comes out that I know I left because I was in love with this man. In love. So my first love, what can I say? We had a great time. Like he said, we were just ignorant. Um, can you imagine 14 and 19? Yeah, I know. In the United States, it's legal or whatever. Um, Puerto Rico is illegal too, but it's more in my town. I'm not going to speak for the whole island because I learned that it's not the whole island, but it's part of the culture to like get my married young. I'm 35, no husband, no kids. Yeah, they got a lot to say about that. And that's okay. That's why I want to talk to young girls. I want them to know that it's okay if you want to go to school. It's okay if you want to be an entrepreneur. It's okay if you don't want to get married. It's okay if you don't want to have kids. That is okay. Stop letting people tell you how to live your life, how to do things, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter. Follow your guts, follow your heart, follow your dreams. As for me, yeah, I would love to have a husband. I would love to have kids. Hopefully, one day I will have my dream. And with my ex husband, I realized that I can let my walls down. If I had a man like him that loved me the way he did, because I didn't feel any walls. I felt so confident. I felt like he was home. And I don't know what the future holds with him. Like I said, he's married. And if things, if I were to move over here, we will have to stay away from each other. Or I don't know. I don't know what would the future hold. Uh, we both respect his marriage, but he still, you know, comes and sees me because he has like make sure he's okay, that I'm okay, and it's nice for me to see him as well. And just remember, like, who can feel love for the first love. I had to ask my cousins, and they were like, "Ew, gross." So I can't imagine. I don't know what to say. This is not normal. At least it's not my normal to have loved somebody for 20 years that we haven't seen each other and feel like we never were away from each other and we know each other. So that was pretty cool. And with him, I saw that I want to be a wife. I want to be cooking and cleaning. And well, not really. I will pay for somebody to do that, but like I will keep my house nice and stuff. You know what I mean? With my ex-boyfriend, I didn't want to do those stuff for him because I didn't think that he deserved it. I don't. I am not a wifey. So because he wanted a wifey out of me, and especially because the reason that we're not together is because he chose to marry number three. So there was baby mama. Baby mama was 22 years with him. I spent 13 years with him. And then he proposed to the one that was 5 years with him. I wish him the best. If marriage is what makes him happy, go for it. And I hope that he leaves me the fuck alone. Because I want nothing to do with him anymore. I really don't. I really hope, once I'm back in Kansas, that he doesn't come out and reach to me because I wasted so much time with him and he never ever made me feel like my ex-husband did. Like I will cherish that feeling for forever and ever. And to know that after 20 years, he still looks for me. He still pays attention to my mom. He still loves my mom like the first day. That's irreplaceable, besides my future husband. But yeah, I'm going back to Kansas with such a different perspective, different light of things, and dreaming like never before. I told my coach, she hates that word, my mentor, whatever, Portia. I told Portia, thank you for your coaching. I feel invincible, like I'm ready to quit the post office and just live on my own over here in Puerto Rico. And I never thought about it that way. But it's hard to leave an $8,000 income, gross income, um, through the post office after 15 years of working so hard for it. But over here, there goes the roosters. I told you about 1 o'clock. You can't see it, but it's 1:20 in Puerto Rico. And at 2 o'clock in the morning, the roosters have that going on, and that's why I wanted to do it to have it in the background. I hate them. I totally hate them. They're like uh, PTSD every time that I hear them. It's like, really, Dad? Can you just shut them off? I have like three or four right by this window, and then I have like 10 or 20 in the backyard. And he takes care of them like whatever. He doesn't fight them anymore. He used to fight them, but then he went to Jesus and he doesn't go to the gallera anymore where there's cockfights and everything. So you know what I mean. If you don't, that's a Puerto Rican thing. Google it. So what can I say? Just super grateful for my job because it allowed me to have the life that I have lived um, now after 20 years, 15 years with the post office. And all I have to do is like check how much I have in my retirement, the TSP, which if you're in the military, federal, I think any federal job or whatever, they have the thrift saving plan. And please, please, please put, even if it's $5, put it in. And if you're young, put it in the risky funds. If you're older, then you put it in the secure one, because so you don't lose that much money, and that goes with stocks and bonds, but they make a portfolio instead of you risking too much in money in stocks or too much money in bonds or whatever. You can pick your portfolio. I have to learn more about it so I can teach about it, but all I know is, and if you're not have a federal job, I don't even know if you guys can hear me with the roosters in the background now, but if not, you can go to the bank and ask for a 401k, and that money is towards retirement. Because of the TSP lets you borrow money, I have been borrowing money from that account. But now I'm actually thinking of withdrawing that amount, and if I have ten to $15,000 that is clean, I'm saying bye to the post office and just coming home, because I plan to live off my own with the podcast, YouTube channel, online store where I will have all the cutest things. And my biggest saying is give yourself grace. And I have it on shirts, hoodies, mugs. I'll have it as a cell phone case. So I'm designing it in the background, but there's other things that I have to do. Oh, my legs. I'm in my bed. My bed over here. And so it's been crazy. So what else? Grateful. Oh my gosh, my own shadow scare me. My own freaking shadow scare me. Oh, what else? Yeah, just grateful. Puerto Rico's awesome. Come and visit. We make money of tourists coming over here and having a good time. Check out for Airbnbs. There's some amazing Airbnbs, and they're cheap as hell for a week or a weekend and stuff like that. Now, depending on where you at in the United States, it might take like 24 hours to get here, because you have to do two planes instead of one. But that's Aguadilla. In San Juan, you don't have to. There's a lot more states that go straight to San Juan, because that's where the um, cruise yeah, a lot of cruise go out from there. Visit Vieques and Culebra as well. They're part of Puerto Rico, and you can get there by like little boats or whatever. I don't know how to swim, so I wouldn't go to Vieques or Culebra, but that's an idea. I think that they might have small planes, but the small planes are scary as hell too. So I will have to learn how to swim before I go. Even though if you fall in the ocean, like you're dead anyway. So what does it matter if you know how to swim or not? I guess you have a shot if you know how to swim. So that's on my bucket list, to learn how to swim, and so I can go to Culebras and Vieques, Fajardo. That's the one that I always mention, just because it's uh, the opposite side where I'm from. I'm from the west side of Puerto Rico. A La Parguera, that's a great place. It's like they have like these things that just are bright at nighttime, and you can see it in the ocean. It's just beautiful. El Yunque. And these are places that I know that are famous. So I don't know much about my island, so I can't wait to come back and like maybe do um a diary, a blog of being here and going to different places and showing you guys what's out there, so you guys can come for vacation or ask me, for places to go. I really don't know, because when I come over here, people don't believe me. Over there, I am a grown ass woman. Over here, I'm a teenager. So, and we don't go anywhere. Like for real, this week I didn't go to see my dad's side of the family because I was with my mom the whole time, and I only went to Aguada, and that was like a little trip with my mom because my mom was trying to do something nice before the surgery. But we were so busy this week between doctor's appointment, the surgery, and then Friday through today is Monday, uh Tuesday, I guess, because it's 1 o'clock in the morning. We haven't left the house because my mom has to recover. And it sucks. There you go again, crying. Um, I'm a crybaby. So, um, with my mom, she's still not 100%, but I have to leave. I can't quit my job yet, and it sucks. It really sucks not to have the freedom to just pack up and stay, not go back. But I will go back and I will work harder on the podcast. I will work harder on the YouTube channel and do my own thing so I can be here as soon as possible. That was my vacation, my staycation in Puerto Rico. Come and visit. I have said it before. I say it again. Come and visit. It will help us out. And if you want to move over here, it's not so bad. The only thing is that you do a lot more work for less money. But the people are amazing and it's a party every day. Just because I have a huge family. So, I mean, 5 people is a party. And there's 5 people at all times. There's 3 just in my family. My aunt next to me, there's 2 aunts living in the same house, my cousin and my second cousins, which are 3. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6 in one house. Then I have my other aunt with her daughter, that's 2. Then another house is my aunt, my uncle, and my cousin, so that's 3. That's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's 14 people in just 4 houses that I explained. So it's a party wherever you go. And so stay tuned for more of Life with Francie. God only knows what that means because my life is so crazy. My life is so crazy and I love it. I really love it. My family's been religious and stuff, and I was like, "Hey, here comes the sinner!" Just making fun of them because they know my sins are on my forehead. Their sins are hidden. So, but anyways, sorry, I don't even know how long this podcast episode is. I don't even know if I recorded it right, but we'll see if it comes out right. My staycation in Puerto Rico. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting me in this journey and send some good vibes this way because I'm going to need it. I'm going to need some wisdom, clarity, and we'll see what the future holds. Stay tuned for more. Hope you enjoy this episode. Have a blessed day.